Hi guys, welcome to my very first Q&A. So although that's what the title says above, I thought I'd make this a bit of a Q&A because some of you guys did ask a few questions, but then I thought it's going to be a short video, so I thought I'd include some facts about me as well so you can get to know me a bit better. So let's get started. So question 1, it's not really a question, but I see people answering it all the time, so I thought I'd do it myself. The first one is what's your name? So my name is Valencia, the same thing as my channel name. Question number 2, how old are you? I am 23 years old and my birthday is on the 12th of November. I'm a Scorpio. Question number 3, where are you from? So I'm from London, England, and I was born in India. I'm from Goa originally, but we moved here about 12, maybe 13 years ago now. So yeah. Question number 4, what's your ethnicity? I am Indian, like I said. I'm from Goa. Most people from Goa have similar names to me, which is why it's slightly different to the typical Indian names. Question number 5. Which religion do you belong to? I am Catholic, and most Goans, like I said, in India are Catholics, which is why, again, I'm repeating myself, but which is why our names are slightly different. But then, you know, what is Indian? There's so many different types. There's Gujaratis, there's Punjabis, everybody has different sort of names. But people always ask me, they do it even now, they ask me, if you're from India, how comes your name is different? But Goa was ruled by Portuguese. I'm not going to go into the history, but because of that, we've got some of their names. Like my mum's maiden surname was Carvalho, and that's sort of a typical Portuguese name. So yeah. Question number 6. Okay, so this one was asked on Instagram. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, Snapchat and Facebook, then I'll leave my details right here so you can follow me there. But the question was, if I can find it. Okay, so the question is, of all the projects you've made so far in your career, which is your favorite and why? So with the work that I do, I don't really work on projects. I don't do a desk-based job, so it's not really projects that I do. So I can't really apply that question to my work, but if I was to apply that to YouTube, I don't think YouTube is a job for me. It's something that I do for fun. But if I was to pick a favorite from what I do on YouTube, I've done makeup videos, I've done hauls as well, but I have a favorite from each category. So starting with makeup, I think my favorite would be the cranberry and gold eye look. If you haven't seen it, then I'll leave it listed up here. And from the haul video, I think my favorite would be, Morphe. It would be the Morphe 35R palette review. It's not really a haul, but I decided to put it in that category anyway. I'll leave that listed up here as well if you haven't seen it. Ooh, I've lost track of questions now. The next one is, when did you start wearing makeup? So nobody really asked me this, I just thought I'd put it out there. I started wearing makeup at the age of 19. All I used to wear back then was foundation. I used my YSL foundation. That's the same one I use even now. That is my favourite one. So I used to wear foundation, concealer, powder, blusher and a lipstick. That's it. Eyeliner and mascara as well, obviously, but that's it. I started getting into makeup properly only a few years ago, maybe a year ago, a few months ago, but yeah, that's when I got into makeup, at the age of 19. Next question, somebody asked on YouTube, she said, So this question says, girl, I want to know. I cannot do like, girl, can't do that, cannot do that. But so this says, girl, I want to start my channel but always flake out. Been avoiding it for about a year now. How did you find the courage to just make that first video? So I actually like that question. It's a funny story really. So I wanted to get into YouTube since uni, but I never did it because I'm the sort of person, if I can't multitask studies as well as something else on the side. I never even had a paid job. I did something voluntary, like volunteer work, but couldn't hold a paid job. So I would have started in university, but I didn't because first of all, I didn't have that much money. But secondly, my mum and dad were like, no, you're not doing this, because if you start doing YouTube, you're not going to study, you're going to completely neglect your studies and you're only going to concentrate on YouTube. That's probably, that it would have been true, to be honest. So the first things I bought were my tripod and my ring light, but only started recording videos about 4 months ago, and the first camera I used was my dad's camera. It was a Canon 550D, and the quality isn't that great, to be honest, but I started recording anyway. And I remember the only brushes I had were my Real Techniques, the eye brush set, 2 of the Bold Metals eye brushes from Real Techniques as well, and some face brushes, and that was it. That was it. But I did the first video anyway. I'll leave it up here. But if looking back at it now, it's just it's so bad. It's so bad. I only use like 3 brushes or something, I think, in that video. But anyway, getting a bit sidetracked now. So what was the question again? Oh yeah, so I recorded the video the first time, but because my SD card only had about 8 gigs memory, it kept cutting me. The video automatically stopped recording every 10 minutes or so. So because I was so determined to still record the video, I would take the SD card out, transfer the clips onto my laptop, put it back in, record, and it just got mad, to be honest. So I stopped there and I invested in a better camera, which is the one I'm using now, and my dad bought me a bigger SD card as well, so that's why I'm able to do these videos a bit better now. But what I would say is, long story short, is if you are going to start a video, if you are going to start recording yourself, then just do it. The first video is never as good as the ones that come later on. I have seen some YouTubers reacting to their first videos, and it's so funny. I find it so funny because most of them don't like it. I personally don't like my own video, and I was so nervous to actually talk to the camera because it feels so weird when you're doing it for the first time. So because I found it so weird talking to the camera, I thought, let's do a voiceover. And even if you listen closely to it, I sound nervous. I am speaking so quietly, but do you know what? It's just a first video. So if you do want to start, then just do it. Just do it. Just film something, put it up there. Later on, you will laugh at it as well. So don't worry about it if it's not as good as you know, some of the other beauty bloggers out there. But just do it and just put it up. Just get over it. Get over the fear. Next one. Have I finished recording? Any more questions? So that's the end of the questions, but now I think I'm going to move on to facts. So fact number 1, my favourite food. It depends really. So here, I don't like Indian food here or Chinese food. It's horrible. I don't like it. It's just, everything's so bland here. There's no flavour to them. But anyway, here my favourite food would be pasta and pizza. I could eat pizza all day, every day. I'm not lying. I could eat it every day. My favourite pasta is a carbonara, and favourite pizza is a pepperoni pizza. I used to like the Hawaiian pizza, which is ham and pineapple, but it's just too sweet now. I don't like it that much. But my favourite topping is pepperoni. So leave a comment down below letting me know what your favourite pizza topping is. Oh, and when I go back to India, my favourite food is Indian food back home. It is so good. And Indian Chinese food as well. The Chinese food there is so much different to the Chinese food here. It is so good. That's all I live on in India, Indian and Chinese food. The next one, fact number 2, is that I passed my driving test in 2012. I passed it in my first go with about 20 lessons or something. I can't remember now, but it wasn't too many. But passed in my first go, but I am terrified of driving on a dual carriageway. I've not even been on a motorway. Forget about the motorway, but I am scared. It's not the speed that scares me. So when I was having my driving test, one of my driving lessons, my instructor asked me to change lanes because the guy in front of me was too slow. So as I was changing lanes, the car behind me, I indicated, the car behind me overtook me, and my instructor, he said to me, "Do you know what just happened there?" And I was like, "Yeah, the car just overtook me." He goes, "Do you know why he did that?" And I was like, "No." He goes, "You was too close to the car behind you, that's why he overtook you." So since then, I am scared of changing lanes. I just don't know if the car's too close behind me. So I've never been on a dual carriageway. You can just forget about the motorway. But yeah, I only drive on 30 miles per hour roads. That is it. Another thing with driving, I honestly don't know how I passed, but I am scared of going uphill. Coming downhill is fine, but going uphill, I just feel like I have no clutch control. So that's another fear. Driving uphill and driving on a dual carriageway. Fact number 3. These are so weird. I feel like I'm going to lose some of you guys telling you this. But fact number 3. I am scared of whales and dolphins. Any massive sea creatures I'm just scared of. So this has stemmed from a dream, really. So I keep having these dreams, not recurrently, but every once in a while I have the same dream. So I had a dream once that I was in the sea and everything under me was dark, so it was like the deep sea, and I was just swimming there. There's nobody around me, not a boat inside, you know, I can't even see the shore, to be honest. It's just open ocean. And I had a dream that there were 2 killer whales just circling beneath me. They're not harming me or anything, but they're just circling beneath me and I'm in the middle. So I'm so scared. Since that dream, I am terrified. Even if I go swimming, I hate going to the deep end. I just feel like something's going to pull me from underneath. And if you know when you go on holidays and under the swimming pool there's like printed tiles in the shape of fishes and things. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but even those freak me out. They freak me out. I can't even walk over those tiles. I'm that scared of anything, any fishes or any, you know, I know like whales and dolphins are mammals, but anything that's bigger than me, I'm scared of it. I remember, so a few years ago for my dad's birthday we went to Dubai and we stayed at the Atlantis Hotel, and they did this like swimming with the dolphins thing, and my brother really wanted to do that. So because he was underage and I think I was over 18, definitely over 18. So because of that I had to accompany him when he wanted to go swimming with the dolphins, and there's this stance that you have to do. So you have to have your arms out like that with one leg bent, and that indicates to the dolphin that that basically tells the dolphin to swim on its back, and then his fins sort of come into your hands and you hold on to it and you're swimming on top of the dolphin, if that makes sense. But I was so scared that I looked everywhere, but I couldn't see the dolphin. And I was so scared that the dolphin instructor said to me, can you at least pretend like you're having fun? And I was like, oh my god, I can't do this. I am that scared, guys. Okay, next one. So the university that I went to, the patron of that university is Her Royal Highness Princess Anne, and on every graduation day she comes to the graduation ceremony and hands you your degree. So on my graduation day I got my degree handed to me by Princess Anne. So some of you guys won't believe it, so here you go. That's me, and that's Princess Anne. So I don't really like that picture, to be honest, because the photographer, he was standing here, so if that's the stage, he was standing facing the stage, and Princess Anne and I were standing in sort of a diagonal sort of position. So he took a picture of my back and just half of Princess Anne's face and her body, but after taking a few poor photographs like those, my surname is Barreto, so I am at the front of the list, at the top of the list, so front row and things. So after that, I think he changed his position, so everybody else started getting better pictures, but it doesn't matter, I know that's me, so it's okay. Fact number 5. I told you I'm weird. So fact number 5 is I can write with both hands. I'm not ambidextrous, but I can write with both hands, but mirrored. So if I'm to write my name on this side, I can write it exactly the same, but it's just going to be like a mirror image of my name or anything else that I write. It's weird. And it actually comes in decent quality of writing as well. It's not that bad. Whereas if I was to write the way I normally write, it's a mess. Fact number 6. So when I was in year 7, I'd only moved here, and in my English class, I can't remember what it was, but I think we had to write either a short poem or a short story. I think it was a short poem, but we had to write something like that. And a week later, one of the girls in my class, she was like, Valencia, your name's in the paper. She goes, you're on the newspaper. A local newspaper, by the way, not anything big. But she said, your name's in the newspaper. And I was like, what? I thought she was just being, it's just a stupid joke. But she showed me the newspaper, and I actually saw my name printed, among other people, obviously, but it was printed at the bottom of the newspaper. And on that day, when I got home, I made my dad go and buy that newspaper, and we do have it at home, but I just don't know where it is. I know it's in the house somewhere, but I just couldn't find it. But yeah, fact number 7, if that is number 7, my favourite movies are ones that will make me cry. I love emotional movies. My favourite ones are Titanic, obviously, P.S. I Love You, My Sister's Keeper, Marley and Me, and the other dog movie. The name of the dog is Hachi, but I don't know if that's the name of the movie as well. But those are my all-time favourite movies. My favourite flowers. So we have a garden. Let's start with this. We have a garden outside my house, but I hate going there. I don't like watering the plants or anything, but my favourite flowers are lilies and tulips. I love them. So fact number 8 is I hate tanning. I hate getting tanned. Not because it makes me dark or anything, but because when I get tanned, I get so flaky. I could apply a lot of suntan lotions and things, but I just get so flaky, especially around my elbows, especially around my shoulders, forearms, knees, and my legs as well. They just become so flaky, and no amount of moisturizer will hydrate my skin, if that makes sense. So that's why I just hate getting tan, because it's patchy and flaky. And the last one, the last fact for today is that, well, it's not a fact, but sort of is. So I wish I had a twin sister, but if I have twin babies as well, I'll be so happy, because if I have dreams about me having kids, it's so weird, but if I have dreams like that, I always see myself having twin girls. So it's maybe because I always wish that I had a twin sister, but if I do have twin babies, I'll be so happy. So that's the end of this Q&A / facts video. I hope you guys still like me for my weirdness, but if you guys have anything weird to tell me about yourself, then leave it down below. It could be anything, weird things you like, or even weird dreams like mine, so just list it down below and I'd be happy to read them. But yeah, so that's the end of this video. If you do like this video, then please give it a thumbs up for all the weirdness that you've seen today. Make sure you share and subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see more of my videos. But otherwise, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!